Right now, you're staring down a row of grapes in the hills above Lodi. Lodi, California, known for very hot weather, very jammy wines. Uh, these are the hills above it, more towards the Sierra foothills, and you got a couple 100 feet elevation here. So this really is not the traditional, uh, appellation of Lodi that most people know and understand. Nice little microclimate up here, so there's still a ton of heat. You get a lot of fruit up here, and we still pick early as always to avoid that jamminess. But really, it's the soil here that I think is the most important factor. A very large improvement to quality. I love the sandy soil here. It's obviously very red, very iron rich, but it's so sandy. This is it's really very fluffy soil. It's gonna lend a very textural, voluminous palette, very supple. Working with fine grained soils is always fun for that type of really kind of velvety sensation from the tannin profile. So it's not really about strength and ferocity on these vineyards that have heat and sand. It's more about driving fruit plushness, and then a really, just a kind of a cashmere style of integration in those tannins. The way that would feel extremely supple inside your mouth. That's what sites like this are all about. Love the elevation, a couple 100 feet, and great quality farming. This is just a couple rows here in the vineyard, but the farmer practices, a really nice, there's good suckering here. There's good reduction of vegetation. You can see only 2 shoots per fruiting spur. There's not 3, there's not 4. He's reducing the crop during the growing season, and that's what you want for a lower yield vineyard. This farmer certainly cares about quality at the site expression. So those are the 2 things we need: is a really expressive site and a farmer who's going to practice reduction in the natural growth of the vine to invigorate with its own intensity and concentration in the fruit. So why this is really important is this site is a future site of ours, hopefully. We hope to, our brand Money Arts Roussanne is about, evaluating and exploring new Roussanne plantings in California. It's very rare fruit, and so we're hoping to, plant some Roussanne here with Greg Lewis, the farmer and owner, on these specific rows. So a pretty incredible situation. This actually used to be the Petit Verdot we purchased for our red wine, part of our Petit Verdot. These are specific 2 rows that are missing right now. It's about 1 acre. You just go straight ahead for a little while, and eventually you hit a nice stream, nice water source coming down from the Sierras, and that's about 1 acre, these 2 rows, and then going down towards the water. So not very much fruit. We certainly are just trying to make small production wines. We kind of work on 1 acre blocks, very small scale. But hopefully, if this becomes a Roussanne vineyard for us in the future, this will be a component of our California Roussanne. Finding different Roussanne vineyard sources throughout Northern California, making a wonderful layered blend. We envision these hills above Lodi and these really quality soils and quality farming practices to offer something special to our California Roussanne in the future. As stated, with all the heat driven here in Lodi, we should see a lot of body and fruit from this particular site. So if we blend this with other Roussanne vineyards that may be more cool climate oriented, leaner flavors, more structured and lengthy, it'll all be one wonderful blend. So as stated, this used to be a Petit Verdot we worked with. We hope to make it Roussanne in the near future. So now I will go back down the hill here on Greg's property to another Petit Verdot row, which we will be buying this year for our red wine, because Petit Verdot is a fantastic component to add of a finish and length to our red wine. And you know, again, it's about layering. So we have a Petit Verdot here, we'll work with Greg, and then we have a Petit Verdot in Sonoma that offers a totally different flavor profile. So for our red wine, for Petit Verdot, this is part of it here, as well as in Sonoma. And for the future Roussanne, you know, hopefully Muddy Arch Roussanne in California is expressed in part here in Lodi. We just want to explore how that varietal can behave across all of California in the north here. And you know, what site expression will mean for this California Roussanne blend. It should be huge. There'll be tons of different layers for people to enjoy. So, you know, thanks to Greg Lewis, our farmer, does a great job on the quality.